Hey there, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today I'm going to show you the finishing touches to the Hauser house. This was the first in a series I'm going to do on this old house. And there'll be houses that mean something to me. And this one is where my mom grew up when she was in the 7th grade and went to school. But the house itself had bedrooms upstairs, and her granddaddy Everett's room, bedroom was over here. The dining room with the card playing was over here. And you went straight in this door, and it was just an empty hallway. But Mom said that's where her little bedroom was. It had a stairway that curved and went up to the top floor. And then it also had two doors. One was under the stairway, which was a closet, and the other door led into Granddaddy Everett's bedroom. So that's where the story begins. Then what we have is where I created the house in the previous video, which I apologize for abruptly ending. I went to check my messages and it cut me off. So this is what it looked like when I finished on that video. And I've put a few little photos in here. That's Granddaddy Everett with his cow and granddaughter. And then over here I had where it was Mom and her Aunt Polly and her grandmother, and that's Buck. So there's two pockets on the sides here, and then you also had where there is a little pocket here for something, and I'm still debating what to put here, whether it be little tickets or little mementos, something along those lines. I haven't decided yet, so that's why there's nothing there. Then I have done the back, because the way I was describing this to you, it'll be in your journal like this, and when you flip over to one side or the other side, it will be a portion of the inside of the house, or something in the yard, or whatever may pertain to the storyline. So over here, let me flip it. This room is the dining room. That's the room all the card playing was done in, and where they would be at night when Mom was in bed. And what happened was, when they had the card playing, they turned the light off in here where Mom was sleeping, and all of a sudden she started hearing this really, really heavy breathing. Just like that. She said she freaked out. She screamed, and they all came in from the card room, turned the light on, and she said, "There's breathing in here. Is there somebody in here with me?" They didn't hear anything, because what happened was, when the light came on, and she didn't realize this till later, when the light came on, the breathing stopped. But when the light went off, the breathing began again. And she said she thought it began at the closet. It was coming from that closet that was under the stairway. So anyhow, that's what we have here on the back. This side is the dining room where the card was playing was done. So I made a really shallow little pocket down here at the bottom. And it's really shallow. But I've got two cards, and I'm going to decorate them up a little bit. Make those altered playing cards, as you hear them called. And over here now, and where's my little ghost? Okay. I made a little ghost before. Now, this is supposed to be the closet door under the stairs. But my ghost, he's got lines in him. I used this barely arts on him, and he's kind of liney. So I've made another shape for the little ghost, and we're going to use glue stick this time, and hopefully it'll hide a lot of those lines. But I just used a piece of washi tape, glittery washi tape, because that was black, and the black wallpaper here is supposed to be under the closet. That's my impression anyhow. And then the stairs were made from the same kind of a board pack that I made the front of the house with, and it was in a brown. So I kind of cut it a little bit to where it looked like it was going up, and this is supposed to be where it's curling around the way she described it. But it's also a tuck. So if you put something under here, it's a great big tuck. So what I plan to do is to write my story on here about the ghost, and it's all milky looking anyway, like a ghosty thing. And I'll maybe type it up or write it by hand on there. And then over here is also a journaling page. You can journal all over this, and I may talk about what the house was and when they lived here and that kind of thing. So it's still very much a journaling page for a junk journal. So that was my whole intention. I wanted to still have usages for pockets and tucks and things like that. And I also mentioned in the other video that you could have left this open here and made a skinny tag area. Or you could have left it open at the top and had something that would tuck right out of the top there. Which that may have been better because I think the thing had a chimney. And I didn't think anything about the chimney. But you could have put a tag, a pull, I mean, right on the top of a card that would have been tucked in there and it looked like the chimney. I wish I would have thought of that. Rats. Okay. Anyhow, so we're going to turn this over. We're going to work on our ghost first. I have a little piece of paper here where I can hopefully put some glue stick on the back of my ghosty. And I don't think anybody ever knew who the ghost was or how long he'd been there. I don't think they had really lived in the house that long, so I don't guess there was much of a history they got on it. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Now let's see if... And then I couldn't get Granddaddy Everett's door in here, but, you know, I didn't really need it. It's all about the ghost. And I wanted to do the ghosty. You can still see the lines, but it's a little milkier. I'll see how this turns out, and if it still doesn't go away in a couple days, I may stick another layer of this is transparent or translucent, vellum. That word just wouldn't come to me. Yeah, it's translucent vellum. So one more layer won't hurt. I'll make him even look ghostier. Okay, so let's put this up here, and we're going to work on our cards. So what I've chosen to get for them is tea bag. And of course, you know me and my tea bags. I'm always tearing them apart and saving them and that kind of thing. And then I've also got, it's a piece of wrapping paper. And I didn't know. I wanted to put a little bit of something different in here. Like at an angle like that. To kind of, I don't know, give it more interest. And I did want to also put something on there as well. I have to find me some little paraphernalia to put on there and kind of make it look antique-y. I wanted something that might have to do with the time period, which was the 50s and the 50s. Probably more mid to late 50s. Okay. So we're going to use our glue stick, and we're going to smear it on this part, this part of our card. And I know they've got old-timey playing cards, but I have no clue where to find them. I don't know if they'd be online or not. Okay, so we got that. Yeah, it kind of works. It kind of detracts from the newness. That's what I was going to try to do. Detract from the newness. Oh, I hope everybody's doing well today, and I really appreciate you coming by to spend some time with me and see what I got up to. Oh, that ain't going to work. Let's try it again. There we go. But I do hope everybody is well. Oh, and having a good day. It's a nice, pretty fall day here today. And I may have to get out there and work on my fish ponds because I've got to clean them out for the winter. And I have not done anything yet. Anything. I have this cattail that is like probably 12 feet tall. And I need to trim him back. everything else that's in there as well. Okay, what we're going to do, ooh, it's stuck, but that's okay. That can rip off. I'm going to trim around the outside edge of this. And what the tea bag part is going to do is give me an aged look. It's instead of going over this with, and you could go over this with some ink. I chose not to do that angle, and I'd rather do the tea bag because I got tons of it. I gotta use it up. Okay. Plus, if you had some old cards, that would be even better because that would give you the illusion of really old cards. I have no idea what the game was that they played. I have to ask Mom. I know it probably wasn't poker. It was more like probably rummy or something fun along those lines. Alright, so what we're going to do is see how it made a line where it dried there. I want to use that line. Oh, look, that'll be pretty. Okay, so I'm going to cover the whole front of my card this time. And my gift wrap paper here will be under it. We don't need it to be on top. I want it to be muted. It's just to give it a little bit of pattern. Ooh, I'm not exactly sure how a lot of people do these altered cards. I know that, I guess the whole idea of them being altered is they're just different from a regular playing card. So that's where we're going with it. And see if I can peel that off. And we're going to go in again and do a little trimming. I could probably see through this if I wanted to. Well, actually, I might do that. Let me go ahead and do the back side of this. Let's do it that way. And this card is curling. Sometimes your glue stick will make your stuff curl. But I didn't think this glue stick had that much moisture in it. That's why a lot of people will use glue stick, because of that reason. Alright. Let's do that. See how she works. Do some more trimming. Alright. See what this looks like after I get done. I bet I might have to make me some more like this. This is kind of an interesting look. And the glue stick does not take long to dry. If you haven't used one before, they only take, you know, half an hour, even if that. I don't even know if it takes that long. Let's put that up there. Look at that. That's kind of neat looking. And see, it gives credence to an old card. I wish I hadn't hit the queen that much, but you know who it is. That's the only female in your deck, the queen. Yep, and now we're going to do the king. Get him all decked out. And then we'll see what else we can do to it. Yeah, I had this idea as I was going down to South Carolina, to see my friend, Gina. She wanted to have some crafting time with me, and she came to see her mother, so I went down there and spent a week and had a good time. And when I drive, I get ideas. Don't know why it works like that. I guess your mind is just idle. Alright, we're putting that on the back. This is going to be on the front. So I came up with a couple of ideas for a series of things that I could do that was sort of genealogy related. And this was one of them. This old house. I have a couple of others that I need to get at least the first video out so you get an idea. And I'll just intermittently over time add another house or another, whatever the theme of the series is, and hopefully it'll be entertaining and you'll enjoy them. All right, so that one's done. And we're going to trim around the outside. I can keep these little pieces, because especially these little brown pieces, I'll put them under words when I'm doing descriptive words on a page. You can put them under the edge of things to give age as well. That's why I really, really like tea bags. Because especially if you get one that's got all this brown aginess to it. Is that a word? Aginess. I make them up, that's for sure. Okay, all that little stuff can go over there. And we're going to get rid of this. We don't need that anymore. So, let me find something to add to this. And I will be right back. Okay, I found a few little goodies. And I also inked around the outside edges of these to kind of finish them off. I also went over that white that you can see on the back side, and that covered it for me. So we're going to go with the queen first. And I wanted to show you this. This was my society memories. But, oh, where is it? There we go. This picture here of my great-grandma, Mom told me that she used buttermilk on her face. And then she would put a powder on top of it. And that's what gave her this milky white complexion. So anyway, I found this. It says our white lily face wash. So I thought, oh my gosh, that's perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up the side with that. And I kind of inked it a little bit to give it an aged look. And let me get my glue and tweezers for that. We're also going to put a few other little goodies on here. I think this one's for the man. I'm going to do memories. Now I'm going to do cherish for Grandma. She will have cherish. And then I have a few other little things. Now, Richmond, Virginia, that's on here. That's only a couple, about 2 hours from me. So I thought that would go well. I have a number 19. That's got a red line around the outside of it. This kind of looked like the hotel. We have the hotel over in Bath County. And that's where presidents and all kinds of stuff stay. So I'm going to go with that one. I do need a round one for this one. Maybe I'll go with that one. And those three will be for the king. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put something down here. Let's go with this one first. Actually, let's see. Put that down here. Leave a little bit of room. These are just to give it interest. Something to look at. And we're going to go with this one. Oops, I thought I heard somebody knocking. I'm washing some dishes and maybe something's in there knocking. I hope I ain't got a ghost. I better stop that. Okay, we're going to do that. And then we're going to put the word underneath of it. And it's always fun to make up little things for our journals. Put that there. And to find things at work that goes with your storyline. I couldn't believe, I was looking in at the old ephemera book that I had put things in, and I've been trying to clean it out because I never use it. I never look in it. But I saw this and I thought, perfecto. All right. So I'm going to put this round one on there too. So it kind of connects. Yeah, that'll be perfect. You want to kind of connect your, what do you call this, a cluster? So it kind of looks like it's all together. And we don't want to hide the white. We'll go sort of like that at the side. Yeah. just right. And I don't know if I'm using this large thing here. I would like to use it up, that's for sure. Let's stick it on there and halfway cover it with these other ones. How about that? I never did know what exactly to do with that. I have some of them. I used one or two. But then I kind of drew a blank on exactly what I wanted to use them with. So this one, and that can go up here. Kind of hide the edges. Put our word on here. Right down here. And that's what we're doing. We're doing memories. And this one, yeah, put up there. Now a cluster, you could do anything you want with it. Here, there, everywhere. How about this? We'll just put that here. It doesn't have to be. I'm trying to train myself. I want layers. You have to do layers. So you do have to cover something to get layers. And it's so hard for me to do that. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Go over a little bit so I can see all the different layers. Now these little pieces I've been using, most of them are from the ephemera pack snippets called Curator of Tim Holtz. I love those little things. There are so many in there. I've used a bunch and there's still like a ton. I don't even know if it tells you how many is in here, but it's got to be hundreds. All right, so that's done. Let's get this out of the way. Here is our item that goes under the stairs for later. And you can see it comes out the other side. You got our ghosty that's behind the stair, behind the closet door. We have our card playing that's happening over here in the dining room. And our 2 cards are going to go there, and you can still journal and stuff on it. And then you have your front. Now, I did find a ticket that I cut out. I don't know if that'd be good to put here or not, but I thought I'd put something there, so I knew I had that option. So anyhow, thank you so much for coming to visit. Here's a bit of a close-up of everything, and I really appreciate everyone spending a little time with me today. There's the cards, and I wish everybody a happy day. Thank you. Bye-bye.